All right, so should be recording now. This is I don't know, this special day today, and I don't know why. But I woke up today, went to the gym, and I was planning on going to the store, getting food. And so my brother had taken the car to work, right? So I was gonna have to walk like 20 minutes to the store. But then I felt to not do that, to do other things. And so I've spent my day today just kind of relaxing, but also reading scripture, thinking and pondering, because by now I'm expecting something to have happened. And when I say something, I mean something life changing, something that God has promised me since the beginning of this year of 2022. I knew that August would be a big month, and I was promised that by August 10th, I could have a job. And I do have a job now. And by August 29th, something will have happened. And on Saturday, maybe, or Sunday, I had the feeling that today would be a day that's important. And I don't know if it's the day, but I know it's a day. So, something that's been very poignant to me as I've been trying to study the scriptures, especially the Bible more, and as I've been contemplating, trying to discover any messages that God has prepared for me. There's one in James chapter 1, that has become very poignant, like I said, very like apparent to me. And I'm gonna go ahead and read that, but it's basically the answer to my prayer. So a couple weeks ago, I was getting ready for for whatever's coming, and I'm still preparing. But I had the thought, well, like during church, I was asking God in my head, and I was thinking, God, what do I have to do left? Like what is there left for me to do? I've uh I've sacrificed work. Like I haven't worked, and I wasn't working for months because I was taking time to prepare my content by sharing messages and recording videos. And then I had this goal, which I'm only 7 videos away from. I wanted to have 150 videos posted to my channel before school started. And I've done pretty much anything and everything that God asked me to do in that time period. Although there might be a few thoughts that came to my head I didn't act on, that were like things that I didn't think were so significant to consider. And that's always a mistake, to think that anything is too small to be done for God. But outside of those singular things, I felt like I had done everything. And so I asked God, what more can I do? And the only answer that came to mind was patience. And so there's this scripture that reflects that sentiment, what I felt in my heart that day. It's James chapter 1. It says, my brethren, count it all joy when you fall into diverse temptations, knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience. But let patience have her perfect work, that ye may be perfect and entire, wanting nothing. And it's really intriguing because it talks about how trials inspire faith, and which faith inspires patience. And if patience is able to run its course and you're able to develop patience, you will want nothing and you will be complete. And so as I contemplated that, I realized it could only have one meaning, is that I'm sure it can have more meanings, but in that instance, it was like telling me that all I needed was patience, because patience was how I prove God and prove myself. Because if God were to concede and allow me to have the blessings which He has promised me, and if He were to do so in the moment where I asked, um, it wouldn't be a true test of my character, because it would be like telling God that the only reason why I'm doing any of this, the only reason why I'm being obedient to His will and following my best, do my best to follow the commandments and to read the scriptures and study and prepare. If I were to do that, it would tell God that the only reason I was doing it was so I can be rewarded like a dog. And I'm much more than that. I'm a son of God, and I choose to do it because I love God, not because He's promised me anything. Even though He will deliver, He needs to know, and I need to know more than He does, because He already knows. He's perfect and He knows everything about me. But I need to know for myself that what I'm doing is out of my own pure desire and not just because I'm going to be rewarded. So I'm letting patience have her perfect work. And if this makes sense, so faith is like the conviction. You can have a belief, but without the conviction, your belief is dead. Faith without works is dead, and that conviction is what leads you to make choices in life that are different. So you can make choices that are purely beneficial, like self beneficial, right? like I could already have had a job by now. I could have been way more prepared for school than I am. I could have done all these things to give myself money. And what's money? If anything, it doesn't exist, right? Money is just printed paper. And even now we're moving away from paper. We don't even have as much paper. Like we have more just like credit points in the system. It's like you're performing tasks in order to be rewarded with points, which points you can use to buy things that that don't give value to your life. You can use those points to buy a house, car, food. Outside of that, like outside of house, car, food, clothes, like what do you really need in life? You need peace, happiness, and joy, and you need fulfillment. You need close relationships that will strengthen you and also allow you to strengthen other people. Can money buy all that? No, only time and effort can buy that. And so if my job was going to take time and effort out of me to do something that was less meaningful, of it would take me away from God. And so that's what I came to conclude is that the reason why I've been asked to not work and to not to take time and consideration away from my purpose is because God needed me to prove to him like where my heart is at. So now I'm at almost to the end of this trial period. I'm expecting by the end of August for something to have happened that changes my life. And I'm making this record as a testament to the fact that I was faithful the whole time. I didn't let anything waver. I didn't question or doubt, even though like worries came to me, they were influenced like temptation came upon me. I didn't pay attention to those and I knew that I had a purpose and I locked in and here I am. Um, Patience is about to have her perfect work because patience is, and if anyone's following, because maybe I don't make sense, I make sense to myself, maybe I don't make sense to other people, but patience is like it's like almost like a perfect level of faith where because I believe so strongly and because I have a conviction and an assurance where God has spoken to my heart, or at least I believe He has, because I have that experience, I am expecting something as if it already has happened. The same way that people in the past had to hope for Jesus to come before they even knew that He came, they lived and died without ever seeing Jesus come to the earth. They knew as well as as well as a knowledge could give you, they believed so strongly that it became a knowledge. They knew that Jesus would come, and he did, and he saved us. And so his salvation works for the same for people that live before him as well as people who live after him, like me and you. Um, that patience and that faith and that trust, it becomes perfect because when you, I don't know, I'm trying to say that patience defines a perfect faith to an extent. Like, because your patience is infinite, right? If you really have patience, it's infinite and obviously God has his timing, but like hypothetically, if God wanted me to have patience, he could ask me to have patience until the end of my life, and I could wait until the end of my life and not see one of the promised blessings, and those blessings could come to me in the next life, and that would have been a test of my faith. And I don't believe that's the case. I believe he's prepared blessings for me right now, but it's definitely an interesting thing to contemplate what patience really is and what it's meant to inspire and what it's meant to produce. So I'm at this end. I keep saying the end of my trial period, but I know there's more than one trial period in life. It's just one that I'm going through right now, and there will be more to come. He just needs me to foster this patience and to allow it to grow and to prosper, because there will be harder experiences later in my life that will require more trust than what I have right now. And so he's preparing me. So I wanted to make this record, let it be known that I held the course against all odds, I guess, against the wishes of like people that are close to me that they didn't want me to do this. I've done it, and I've only done it because of the faith that God has inspired in me. Because faith does not happen until you have an experience where God suggests to you the possibility that there's more in life. And once that possibility is hinted at, then it inspires faith in you to and a conviction to move forward with it and to pursue it. So I'm gonna leave this. Uh, I'm gonna end this video here because I've said all I needed to say. I want to encourage anyone listening to have a perfect faith, the best that you can, and that perfect faith is worked through patience. You're never gonna find your faith until you decide to have patience. You need to establish with God what the timeline is. If He tells you you have to wait, you have to wait. If He tells you that it's coming tomorrow, it's coming tomorrow. But wait until the time where God has appointed for the blessings to come. You don't decide when the blessings come because they're not yours. They just are gifts that you receive. So, Anyways, thank you guys. Anyone who subscribed at this point, and thank you to anyone who supported me, either verbally or even if you haven't said it and you just support me in your heart, that's enough for me. I know there's people that believe in me, and so I'm gonna keep going. But yeah, thank you. Hope you guys have a great day.